Welcome to Homestead Miami Speedway. It is a sunny day for round number 1, 2, and 3 of the Yacademy Winter Series. There are a number of takeaways still available. Most of all, probably your driver's confidence. Matt Clark came out on top of the opening qualifying session. He will get to roll off on the inside of row number 1. NICO CHRISTODOULOU on his outside. Row 2 as Matt Christensen and VRD's Jason ALDER. Let's get set. Here we go. To the lights. Your F4 Yacademy Winter Series. Round number 1 is underway. And oh, a false start for Jason ALDER. He stalled it off the line. Big time shake up here for the field as they rock it down to turn number 1. Matt Christensen got a good jump. He is wheel to wheel with NICO CHRISTODOULOU. Matt Clark with a nice little lead going to turn number 2. CHRISTODOULOU finds a grip on the outside. Clark defends on the bottom. Here comes CHRISTODOULOU. Locks up the tires to the outside lane. Wheel to wheel for the lead into the pole corner. NICO CHRISTODOULOU. Big time recovery after not the best start from the outside lane. Now Matt Clark going to challenge back down the inside. They'll drive all the way down to turn number 5. Still side by side. Clark starting to nose ahead. CHRISTODOULOU able to open up. Sends it deep around the outside. And the VRD driver is going to come away with the lead. Here comes Clark again. Looking to the outside as we get set to enter the oval for the first time today on lap number 1. Still wheel to wheel. CHRISTODOULOU holds him high. Exits into the corner. And NICO CHRISTODOULOU is your leader here once again. Now we ride on board Matt Christensen. Looking inside for second. He's got it. Matt Christensen up the order. Matt Clark, your pole sitter, down to P3. NICO CHRISTODOULOU, 3 to 4 car lengths out in front. Looking further back through the field, we are on board Jason ALDER. He is trying to climb his way back forward. Right now, wheel to wheel with Artie Flores in the Ganella Racing car. They are right behind the number 8 Rising Star Racing entry. Still side by side. Now Flores going to get the momentum. He will get back clear. We look further back in the field. Here's JIMMIE LOCKHART, this time on his VRD teammate of Jason ALDER. Runs him wide. ALDER drops a wheel, and LOCKHART in the number 99 VRD car. Gonna nose ahead. He'll take that spot back away. Jason ALDER now back on LOCKHART. Inside, he'll get clear. So Jason ALDER's drive forward, kind of halted right now in the midfield, is up front. It is an all-out battle. Matt Christensen looking to the outside in the full throttle kink. He'll back out of it. NICO CHRISTODOULOU still your leader into the S's. Whoa, big time send there from Matt Clark. Way down the inside on the brakes. He'll take over the second spot once again. And Christensen drops to third. Matt Clark back to P2. On board again with Jason ALDER. They are going to go 3 wide here. His teammate in the middle. Artie Flores to the outside into turn number 5. ALDER on the bottom. Going to back out of it. JIMMIE LOCKHART going to get through. Flores going to lose 2 spots in the process as ALDER's able to get by. Up front, here comes Clark again. Matt Clark to the outside now on NICO CHRISTODOULOU. Nearly going to get clear as he edges ahead. Backs out of it. His hand is in the air. I'm not sure if he thought there's a yellow or what, but Matt Christensen going to look to take advantage. Here he comes inside on the 26. And Matt Christensen will go through. I think there was a local yellow maybe. Whatever it was, Matt Christensen is now to second. Matt Clark back to third. Big time lead for NICO CHRISTODOULOU here in race number 1. Christensen will have to go on the defensive down the front straightaway for this spot. Here comes Clark to the outside. He will try to find a way through over unders down to turn 2. Can't get there. Goes back to the outside. Now to the inside for turn number 3. Does he have the braking power? No, he'll have to stuff to the outside lane or stay in line, which he stays right behind. And look at that. NIKITA Johnson closing in on the leaders. Here he goes to the inside of RODRIGO Gutierrez. They nearly touch wheels there in the bull corner. But Johnson nosing most of the way ahead. Gutierrez still back there at the left rear tire. They're going to drag race down to turn 5. Late on the brakes there for RODRIGO Gutierrez. He's going to slide wide. Johnson runs him out to the edge. He bounces on the curbing. Now, right behind him, it's his teammate, Christian WEIR, looking to the outside. They are nearly going to be 3 wide. Here comes Gutierrez. He's going to move to the middle of the racetrack. Johnson on the bottom. They both move up. Oh, look at that contact. Christian WEIR's front wing just got pointed about 45 degrees in the air. And now we go back to Gutierrez and Johnson battling. WEIR is further back. Oh, we've got problems here in the back sector. It is Elliott Cox around. Whoa, look at that. Jason ALDER threading the needle. More drivers involved going off the racetrack there. Up front, Nikita Johnson. Rodrigo Gutierrez just pounded over the right rear tire. Same lap here as what we just had the controversy in the back. There are wrecks all over the racetrack. And between all the carnage and Rodrigo Gutierrez coming to a halt over here at the outside of turn number 1, that will undoubtedly trigger the safety crew and the safety car. We are full course yellow as the team retrieves Rodrigo Gutierrez's car. It will gap the field together. NICO CHRISTODOULOU is going to lead the field back to the green. It'll be Matt Clark restarting in third, right behind Matt Christensen. The lights on the Ferrari 458 car are off. Here we go. Here we are back green. Matt Clark with a nice jump on Matt Christensen. He got caught sleeping on the restart. They are wheel to wheel. NICO CHRISTODOULOU out in front after the safety car period. And Clark goes back into second. Christensen back to third. Now NICO CHRISTODOULOU had a nice little gap before this yellow flag came out. We are working late into the stages of this main event. If Clark can get going, he can run him back down. We know the pole sitter has pace. Oh, look at that. Nikita Johnson into third. Christensen back to fourth. 2 spots back on the restart. Now going to go to third. Matt Christensen back to the inside. He'll reclaim the spot. Matt Clark is way up the road though now. So is NICO CHRISTODOULOU. This battle for third rages on. Great over-under there from Nikita Johnson. Up front, Matt Clark looking to the outside again. Finally has run down NICO CHRISTODOULOU after this restart. These are the top 2 contenders. Late in the going, wheel to wheel, side by side for the lead. Clark has to back out of it. Now he looks back, around, side by side to turn 5 here. Clark, big time advantage, but he doesn't have the confidence or at least the grip to go deep enough on the brakes to stay on the outside. He'll cross over. They're going to drag race again. This time it's over to turn 7, the corner that leaves them back onto the oval section of the racetrack. Clark still nosing to the outside ahead, but again he is off the preferred line. NICO CHRISTODOULOU is able to crowd him wide once again, try to keep him from crossing over. Clark looking for the crossover. It's not there. It is CHRISTODOULOU on the inside. Here comes Clark, way to the outside lane, trying to man it down. He's going to stay side by side. Gets into the marbles, has to back out of it, and CHRISTODOULOU goes back to the lead. NICO CHRISTODOULOU is doing a phenomenal job making that VRD number 22 as wide as possible. Clark now bobbing and weaving trying to find a hole, but the momentum is not there. He goes back to the outside to set up nicely for the corner. Crosses back over. Behind him. Here, final time through for Matt Christensen and Nikita Johnson. To the inside. Christensen gets there. They touch. Johnson's off the racetrack. Christensen goes around. Nikita Johnson will keep his foot in it for third. And NICO CHRISTODOULOU holds off a hard-charging Matt Clark. And CHRISTODOULOU will take race number 1 in Miami. Impressive drive there for NICO CHRISTODOULOU. Matt Clark, of course, had the pace there at the end. You can see on the best lap time, he was up nearly 0.6 quicker at one point throughout the race. So a lot of pace there in the Ganella Racing number 26, but the pole sitter going to have to suffer a P2 result as NICO CHRISTODOULOU wins race 1.
Yeah, from the start, first corner I was able to get beside Mac, and then turn 2 I was able to secure the position around the outside. And then from there I was just battling to stay ahead.
We're still very early on in the season, and this is a 6-race championship. minimizing risk is definitely going to be important for the championship run. So that was kind of my thoughts on that, but definitely if it comes down to the wire, I might be willing to try it.
Race 2, the invert race. Round 2 of the championship, and this time the outside pole sitter stalls. It's already Flores in the 23. He was a big benefactor. This is our invert race. A little bit shorter. The top 8 completely inverted. Your top contenders starting deep in the field. We ride on board. NICO CHRISTODOULOU sending it around the outside. This time here on Matt Clark. Again, these were your top 2 drivers from round number 1. They are buried in the pack due to the invert. They started 7th and 8th. And look at that. Ahead of them, Nikita Johnson already up to 3rd. Side by side with Jimmie Lockhart. 2 of the younger drivers in the field are going wheel to wheel. Now NICO CHRISTODOULOU to the inside of his VRD teammates. Both Jason Alder and Jimmie Lockhart not able to get by Lockhart, and he's going to tow Alder alongside. So they will stay side by side as they race over to turn number 7. Again, still all on the opening lap right now. A lot of action with your top contenders buried in the pack. Now it is Johnson to the outside of Juju Noda. Looking for 2nd, trying to make it stick. Now going to go for the 2-for-1 pass. Look at that move there around the outside. Nikita Johnson to the lead. Here comes Matt Clark. Again, trying to work through the field. He can see NICO CHRISTODOULOU up the road. Clark on the outside of Jimmie Lockhart. Oh, and around goes Lockhart. He locks it up. spinning off the racetrack. Another car is off, I believe, as well. We've got a lot of spinners here on the opening lap of race 2. Now riding on board Jason Alder. He is door to door with Joe Ossiloff as they rocket down to turn number 5 here. Matt Clark still trapped behind him. He has not been able to get by either one. Looking to follow maybe Ossiloff down the inside, Alder to the outside. They'll stay wheel to wheel through the 5th corner of the racetrack. And Ossiloff gonna run him wide. Alder drops a wheel there in the dirt. Throws his hand in the air. He didn't like the way that went down. Ossiloff with the momentum. Here comes Clark looking to go 3 wide. He's gonna think better of it, but he will have the momentum. And he's gonna get clear of Alder. Now down the inside on Joe Ossiloff. 3 wide down in the middle as Alder finds it way deep on the brakes down by the inside of the racetrack. Great recovery by the 77. Out front though, NICO CHRISTODOULOU has gone to 2nd, and it is a huge lead for NIKITA Johnson as we race down to turn 1. Clark's caught CHRISTODOULOU. They are right behind Jason Alder. 3-way battle for P2 as NIKITA Johnson is way out in front. And again, CHRISTODOULOU was 2nd, now is 4th. Now looking back for 3rd. He forces his way down the inside on Matt Clark. Will reclaim the position. Clark goes back to P4. Jason Alder, great recovery after race number 1 with that stall off the grid. Had to drive back through the pack. Now a problem for CHRISTODOULOU on the straightaway. That car just could not get up to power in the mid-range. He's losing ground. Looking further back through the field, here's Rodrigo Gutierrez on the inside of Chloe Chambers on the Future Star Racing entry. They're going to go side by side as they exit turns 5 and 6. They'll drag race over to turn number 7. Chambers again on the inside. Gutierrez to the outside, and Gutierrez will fold. He'll let him on by. Look at this, NICO CHRISTODOULOU. Again, just that car bouncing off the rev limiter, almost as if the pit speed limiter's coming on. He is having an issue there coming up with the gearbox is slipping backwards fast. Here we are looking through the midfield for battles. Christian WEIR on board. Looking to the inside of Elliot Cox. Tries to get down. Contact made. Elliot Cox is around again in the last sector, this time off the right front wing of Christian WEIR. Now we go back towards the front of the field. Here's Matt Clark challenging again on Jason Alder for 2nd. NIKITA Johnson is long gone out in front. They are battling for that 2nd step on the podium. Clark nosing ahead. He is clear. Will he cover it off on the inside? No, he leaves the door open. Alder goes in deep, and he's going to be able to hold that spot. Great move there on the brakes for Jason Alder, able to really take advantage of the late braking abilities of that VRD setup race car. Now they'll go side by side down the back straightaway again. Clark to the outside. The Canadian goes up to the high side of the banking. Will he try to stick it around the outside lane? He will. They're going to stay somewhat even into the final sector, but again, Alder will have the advantage on the preferred lane. He will get through, and Jason Alder holds on. Whoa, close call there for your leader, NIKITA Johnson. Nearly just got collected with one of the JHDD cars that went around in turn 5. Good avoidance there for the top driver. He's got a big lead back to Jason Alder. This battle raging on once again for 2nd. Here comes Clark to the inside down the back straightaway. Matt Clark gonna get through. Oh, he's spinning. Around goes the Canadian. Good save there. He'll keep it out of the wall. They had a big lead built up. They're gonna give up 1 spot there, but NIKITA Johnson is going to win race 2. That was a big blow in the point standings for round 1 winner NICO CHRISTODOULOU with a DNF. He's going to start midway through as race 3 will be set by the championship points they have accrued in rounds 1 and 2. It puts Matt Clark on the pole.
Yes, I feel like it just helped me a lot running Legends, and that was the best off of cold tires, and I think that's what won the race.
It was a really good race. You know, I learned a lot, and I really want to thank Mac for racing me cleanly. But yeah, it was a learning experience for me all the way through, and having that kind of pressure for pretty much 17 laps in a row is difficult, and it's not something I've had to experience before. So to have a good race with Mac it makes me happy.
To the lights. Round 3, final time at Homestead. Good jump for the Canela Racing driver off the inside lane. We ride on NICO CHRISTODOULOU from P4 and NIKITA Johnson from P2. CHRISTODOULOU side by side with his VRD teammate. Riding on board Christian WEIR. Oh, he gets tagged, and around he goes. That was off the front nose of Juju Noda in the number 4. So there goes Christian WEIR for a wild ride in the grass. We are on board Jimmie Lockhart. Lots of dirt all over the camera here, and it's only on the opening lap. As up front, Matt Clark trying to defend from a hard-charging NIKITA Johnson. The race 2 winner now has his teammate to the outside. Here comes NICO CHRISTODOULOU looking looking, trying to get there. Oh, up over the curb in turn 4. He will at least get clear as they come out of it. It is Johnson back to the outside. They'll drag race to turn 5. Back behind them, Matt Christensen closing in on Jason Alder. He's trying to work his way forward. Big time slide there on the 77. That bobble's going to open up the door, and there goes Matt Christensen on by. We are now under caution flying conditions. The safety car has been released for the spins on the opening couple laps, so Matt Clark is going to get a restart here. Nico CHRISTODOULOU is going to get to restart P2. Again, we've got the Ferrari 458 on the racetrack. The rest of the field, it will be a single file restart for the final race here at Homestead. And it is going to be a battle. Still enough time left for a lot to happen. Let's see, Clark on the power. It's a decent restart, but CHRISTODOULOU is there. He's in the slipstream, 1 car length back. That'll be close enough to put some pressure on. Behind him, Jason Alder, side by side again, this time with Christensen, trying to retake that spot after his bobble. He takes it back in the same corner where he lost it, around the outside in turn 5. Up here for second, Nikita Johnson looking to the inside of Nico CHRISTODOULOU. He's got the nose there. Can he go deep on the brakes? He'll go deep. Kind of goes in a little narrow, though. That's going to give momentum on CHRISTODOULOU's side, but he drops a wheel. And so Nikita Johnson back into second. CHRISTODOULOU back to third. Here comes CHRISTODOULOU. Is he going to work with his teammate? He will. So Nico CHRISTODOULOU not going to fight back down to the kink. They're going to try to work together. They do not want to let Matt Clark get away. We saw in race 1 just how fast that number 26 Vanilla racing car was. Back behind the leaders here, Jason Alder defending heavily from Matt Christensen. They have lost touch with the top 3, and they are going at it still. Christensen with a great crossover. And there goes the J. Howard driver development car to the inside. He's got a nice run. Here comes WEIR trying to stay side by side with him. Rodrigo Gutierrez, his DC Autosport teammate, following this battle. He's a little bit further back from the 51 and actually now has Jimmie Lockhart on his outside. Give the 99 the spot. Good run for Jimmie, the Miami local. His first full F4 races are today, and he's doing a great job in a heated battle here with Rodrigo Gutierrez. And again, that DC Autosport race car to the outside, the VRD to the inside, door to door, down the back straightaway and through the kink. Lockhart still on the bottom. Gutierrez to the outside lane again. He has to give way. They have lost some ground now to Christian WEIR. And oh no! Around goes Nikita Johnson out of the top 4. That was in the lead group. He is still on the side. Nearly collects Jason Alder. That completely changes the dynamic of the Alder-Christensen battle. Puts it into a podium spot there for third. Behind them, Jimmie Lockhart still going wheel to wheel with Rodrigo Gutierrez. The lap's winding down. Matt Clark out in front over Nico CHRISTODOULOU. It's the midfield that is still scrapping it out. Gutierrez around the outside is going to get clear on Lockhart. He'll take that spot back away. Great move there in the DC Autosport car. But race 3, all about our pole sitter from earlier. Matt Clark is going to win the final one of the day here in Homestead. What a great run there by Matt Clark and the Ganella Racing crew. Able to come out on top in race number 3. He is going to leave rounds 1, 2, and 3 as the championship leader. Nico CHRISTODOULOU joins him on the podium in second after that rough round 2. And of course, Matt Christensen and Jason Alder's battle came all the way down to the very end. Christensen making it 3 different teams represented on the podium as he's able to keep that spot away from the number 77. Rodrigo Gutierrez, Jimmie Lockhart, Nikita Johnson, Artie Flores, Juju Noda, and Joe Ossiloff ended the field. But again, what a great job by Matt Clark to end the day on top of the podium.
I mean, early on in the weekend, Ernie kind of drafted up a good strategy, and we managed to save our 4 Hancooks for the final race. And it really worked out for us, you know. Like you said, this track is very draft dependent, so getting away in the infield was really important and just kind of managing that gap back and forth. We still have a few things that we can work on, and I think that's really going to make us even stronger for Sebring, and then we look to close out the championship there.